Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie, and this is your weekly reading for August 2nd through August 8th. Quick disclaimer, this is a general reading and cannot possibly resonate with everyone. Take what does resonate, leave what doesn't. If none of it resonates, please feel free to check out one of the many very talented readers on this platform who may have something that is more attuned to your personal situation this week. For all intents and purposes, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor, therapist, lawyer, or certified expert of any kind. I'm just a girl with a very deep passion for the tarot, and anything that I say resembling advice is based solely on my own opinion, based on my experiences, my own knowledge, and my interpretations of the cards, as well as little bits and pieces that may come to me intuitively from time to time. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. I do just want to say first that for you guys, Gemini, this is the third time I'm sitting down to do your reading. Every time I sit down to do your reading, it's just something throws me off. Like, the energy is really weird. It's not right. It's kind of heavy. It's imbalanced. It's frustrating and heavy. Almost kind of sad or just exasperated. So that's just something that I'm picking up on really strongly that's affected my ability to get these readings out on time. And so perhaps for some of you, something's going on that is causing these feelings or bringing this up. Maybe some of you can relate. But if you do, I guess what I'm trying to say is that you're not alone in that. I'm definitely picking up on it. And maybe as we go through this reading, we can help find some insight to resolve those feelings this week, okay? Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll start with an archetype card for you guys this week. I already selected it because they're difficult to shuffle. You guys got the gem. Okay, so the gem is all about hidden gifts and talents, the beautiful pieces within ourselves, deep within ourselves, that are formed under high pressures and difficult times. The most unique and beautiful parts of ourselves that are that take a long time to take shape and form. These are some of the brightest parts of ourselves. These can be hidden or unrecognized talents. This could be, for some of you guys, like, I don't know, this could be like psychic gifts, for example, that you don't realize you have. But some kind of talent, some kind of bright light that shines from within you that was created by a very long and painful process that you've gone through. Something that you endured that made you stronger, made you better, made you a very special light in this world. And you're meant to do good things. I get the sense that you have a very important purpose in this life, to help other people in some way, probably through your own experiences. You are a hand reaching out into the dark to pull those that are still lost into that light. And you're so good at it because you know what these people are going through. You understand just how hard and just how dark life can get sometimes. And unfortunately, while it leaves us scarred and it's hard not to be hardened, you still emerge from these difficulties with compassion and understanding and a fierce drive to help people rise above similar circumstances. So that's what I'm getting for you guys when it comes to the gem. This may be a theme for you guys this week, or for your whole life even. But I just wanted to say that. Okay, so the next card I'm going to pull is going to be a Immunology card, and this is just going to give us a little insight into what lunar or cosmic influences may be at play for you this week that may be influencing you, your feelings, or your situation. What do we have for Gemini, please? Okay, so we have the disseminating moon. Okay, it says take time to breathe out. So this is going to be very important. I get the sense that some of you guys are under a lot of pressure right now. You're carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders. There's a lot riding on you, or it feels like there's a lot that depends on you. Maybe there's people who depend on you to be strong, to hold everything together. And so perhaps you feel as though you've been holding your breath for some time in a situation that's been very trying for you. And so Spirit is telling you this week to take time for yourself and just breathe, relax, get out of your head for a little while, take a walk in the woods if you can, if it's safe. Just release all of the pent-up negative energy that you've been soaking up. I feel for some of you guys that you've been absorbing a lot of pain and conflict around you, trying to be the neutralizer in a situation that is very difficult or affecting people that you love, trying to be the peacemaker, trying to be the stabilizer, either in your family or among your friends or even in a work situation, whatever it may be. I don't think you realize just how much it's weighing on you. And so it's time to step back and just breathe. Very important this week. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll start pulling some tarot cards. The first card I'm going to pull is going to give us some insight into how you guys are doing in the material realm. So this has to do with, the 3D world, the physical, money, stuff, security, health could be indicated by this position as well. Okay, sorry about that. So the material, financial matters, career, job, home life, the physical, the day-to-day. How's Gemini doing in the material? Okay, so we're starting out very positive with the material position. You guys have the Ace of Zent, which in this deck is the Ace of Pentacles. So some kind of new opportunity when it comes to matters of money or work, career. Could also be regarding investments. If you are starting your own business, then this indicates that you're you're starting out on the right foot. This is a very, it's a new beginning of some kind when it comes to the material. You may be coming into money at this time, or you may be seeing some return on investments as well, or you're starting a new job, or a new career path. some kind of new opportunity that's going to be beneficial to you in the material realm. So next card I'm going to pull for you guys is going to be how you're doing mentally. So mental health wise, or just, how things are in your head, your thoughts, and how they may be affecting you at this time. Mental health is one of those topics that's very important to me, so I like to include it in my readings when I can. And again, this may not resonate with everybody, but I have a feeling it will for some. And I feel like it's important to cover. So how's Gemini doing mentally? Okay, so we have the Hanged Man in reverse, indicating to me that there's something that you need to let go of. And you're struggling to do that. You're struggling to let go. Usually it's of an old perspective, a way of seeing things that is not allowing you to grow or not allowing you to see the big picture as a whole. It could also be a relationship or memories, something that you hold on to inside that you're having a hard time letting go of. I feel that this could be the end of a cycle for you guys, or that you're in that weird space between the end of one cycle and the beginning of another, especially with that Ace of Pentacles. And there's just something mentally that is holding you back, that requires some kind of acceptance or forgiveness and release. And until you can, work through that, until you can finally let it go, you're going to feel stuck. Yeah. Let's see how you guys are doing emotionally. And I will try to dig deeper into that situation as we get more cards on the table. It'll all start to come together. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, or the Two of Zent in this deck. This indicates to me that you are being affected emotionally right now. I'm just going to mess with my camera. See if it works. Anyway, you're being... I don't know why. Oh, okay. There's an imbalance in your life right now between work and play, or between your material life and your immaterial, spiritual, emotional well-being that is affecting you deeply when it comes to your emotions. You may feel very frustrated or lost, or just out of sorts, because there is this imbalance, and either you can't seem to figure out the root of the imbalance, or you don't know how to overcome it. You don't know what to do, what changes you need to make to restore balance in your life. You might be working too much. Either you're working too much, or you've lost work, but there's an imbalance in the material, and it's causing you a lot of stress, a lot of worry. It's definitely weighing on your mind and on your heart. And going back to what I said earlier, feeling like there's a lot weighing on you at this time. Perhaps you are taking on extra responsibilities for somebody else, and it's causing you to not be able to put the energy and the effort and time into your own endeavors as you would like to. And so you're falling behind in your personal life, and you're neglecting certain things that you normally wouldn't, because somebody else is depending on you to to kind of pick up their slack and make up for what they can't contribute. Okay, let's see how you guys are doing on a spiritual level. A little bit of insight into your spiritual growth, your spiritual development. How's Gemini doing with the spiritual? Haha, I almost dropped it, but then I caught it. So we have the Three of Vials, which in this deck is the Three of Cups. See if I can just make all those fit there. So, spiritually, it seems to be that you've found your spiritual family, or you've found people who are in the same place that you are spiritually at this time, that you can share your journey with and talk to about matters of spirituality, metaphysical things. I also get that, because the Three of Cups can also be celebration. So you may have come together with these individuals recently, or you will be this week, going somewhere where you will kind of just find kindred spirits that can walk alongside you on your spiritual journey. Perhaps as you work on, the gym, right? Whatever these gifts are that you have, perhaps you find people who have similar gifts, or who recognize the gifts that you have and can help you develop them. When I get quiet, I'm thinking. My brain likes to race really fast. I'm sure some of you can relate to that for sure. It's a bit of a Gemini thing. Let's see, I think I'm going to clarify the Three of Cups on the spiritual level. Can I get some clarification for that Three of Cups, please? Okay, I have the Apprentice of Arms, and in this deck, this is the Page of Swords. I really like in this deck that instead of pages, they are apprentices, because I don't know, that's kind of how I see it, right? You're a student, or the apprentice is a student, excuse me, although you may also be a student, seeking knowledge. You studied up on something, you're coming into your truth and what you're assimilating all of the information that you've learned so that you can put it into practice. And so this clarifies the Three of Cups for me, or excuse me, it kind of confirms that these people that are coming into your life, if they're not already, are people who are walking the same path spiritually as you, and they're coming into your life to teach you something. And you'll recognize them right away. You'll feel like an instant bond or an instant friendship. I do believe that these people are your soul family. And they're coming into your life at this time for a reason. I do believe in divine timing. I think everything happens when it's supposed to. This stuck energy that you have here with the Hangman in reverse, okay, alongside this new opportunity and this lack of balance that you're experiencing. I think that these people, coming together with these people, talking with them, sharing your story, getting their insight, their opinion, hearing their stories, will help you to gain insight into your own situation and potentially bring a little bit of balance back into your life. Also, I think that if this is an event that you're going to, or a party or a get-together with these people, that, because again, with the disseminating moon, take time to breathe out, take time to relax, take time to have fun, and just not feel heavy for a minute. And these are people that when you're with them, when you're around them, you feel lighter. It makes you happy. You can feel for a moment like everything is right, and that you don't feel anxious or exhausted. You don't feel like you're under so much pressure. Perhaps these individuals can help to take some of the burden off of your shoulders, or help you see where you could let some things go, so that you're not carrying so much. So let's see if we can get some more on the table, see what else we've got. I'm going to pull a card for the major situation that will be occurring for you guys this week. So we have the Devil, but he is in reverse. So there are attachments here that are going to be released this week. This is the major situation. You are getting an opportunity or some assistance, perhaps, in releasing whatever attachments you have that hold you back. This could indicate addictions of all kinds, unhealthy behaviors and unhealthy coping mechanisms that actively hurt you and cause you to be held back, that impede your progress when it comes to personal development, spiritual development, the development of these gifts that you have indicated here by the gem card that you can't see because my camera won't focus. The Devil being in reverse is very good. It does mean that these energies are moving away from you. They're leaving your life. You are gaining back power that was tied up in these attachments. There's going to be a release of some kind, freedom from this devil energy that has been affecting you guys. So let's see what challenges may arise for Gemini this week. We have the 8 of Cups, or 8 of Vials in this deck. Okay, all those cups are empty. There's nothing left for you. You must move forward, move away. So you may just be realizing that this week, that the position that you're in, the situation that you're in, there's nothing good left for you in it. There's nothing left that will serve you or your higher purpose. And so you're being forced to search elsewhere for, full cups. Possibly into the unknown, into, a part of your life, or into a way of living that is alien to you. This could indicate leaving a certain social situation or a relationship. The cups have to do with relationships and emotional connections that we have with other people. So there may be a relationship with somebody, and it does not have to be romantic. It can be a friendship or even a family member. But a relationship that seems to lack love at this point. Maybe it didn't always, but it's like a dying relationship is how I kind of see it. Or just perhaps you and this other individual have just changed so much over time that you're not right for each other anymore. And so it's time to let go of it and to move on, move forward in a different direction. This relationship could be signified by the Devil card here, or involved with it in some way. This could be a very unhealthy relationship that you are leaving or you're about to leave. And for that to be a challenge, then that does tell me that you still feel that attachment to this relationship. Perhaps you feel responsible for it. Like it and this kind of takes me back to that Two of Pentacles in reverse, as well as the Hanged Man in reverse. That you really do carry the bulk of the burden in this relationship. You hold up your end, and then you hold up their end. And perhaps you two over time have bonded over whatever this attachment is here, this Devil card. For some of you, you could be held together by, again, addiction, or just some unhealthy habit that you both struggle with. And that is what has held you guys together. And in order to get away from this devil energy, you have to get away from this relationship. You have to leave it completely behind you. In order to save yourself, in order to help yourself, in order to grow, this relationship cannot help you grow anymore. It will only hold you down and hold you back. And that can be difficult, especially if this is somebody that you love deeply, that you feel responsible for. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want to leave them hanging. You don't want them to be alone. But, excuse me, throat's getting dry. They are responsible for themselves, though. And you almost do them a disservice by enabling them to put all the weight on your shoulders, enabling them to put off their own growth, their own development, by, doing all the hard work, learning all the lessons yourself, and allowing them to continue skating by in an unhealthy lifestyle, or an unhealthy mindset. No judgment here ever, Gemini. So don't take it that way at all. It's just, I think that most people go through this from time to time when a relationship becomes toxic. And I feel like that's where you're at. Some kind of situation, some kind of relationship. And again, it does not need to be romantic, but it is becoming harmful to you and harmful to the other party. And so if they cannot let go, then you have to let go so that you can move on to something better. So we'll get one more card on the table for a challenge that may arise for you guys this week. One more potential challenge for Gemini this week, please. Okay, we have the Five of Zent, or the Five of Pentacles, indicating financial hardship or lack consciousness. Fear over negative financial consequences to your decision to move in a different direction. Whether or not this is actually, something that could occur depends on the person, depends on the situation. Perhaps this relationship, to some degree, benefits you financially, and you're worried about, what your money situation will be like when you leave that situation. And that is something that you will have to figure out, you will have to plan ahead for. But there are ways to support yourself if you're going from a 2-income situation into a 1-income situation. And also think about, for some of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, think about how much money you might actually lose by being in this previous situation. So while you may not have somebody else that you can depend on financially, you also don't have anyone else anymore that is taking from you financially or materially in some way. Or perhaps, I just got this in my head, like homelessness. Maybe you feel like you may not have anywhere to go, or you don't know where you're going to sleep. If this is a romantic situation, if you are leaving and you don't have somewhere to go, that could be a concern for you. It depends on the situation. You always want to make sure that you have your ducks in a row, that you have somewhere you can sleep. If it is an extremely toxic situation that you need to get away from, there are resources in your city. I'm almost certain of it, at least in the United States and Canada. I don't know about everywhere, but if you're online watching this video, okay, then you have access to the internet. Look up shelters if you need it, if you just need to get to a healthier, better place on your own. There are places that can offer you a place to sleep while you get on your feet. But I think for most of you, you do have a support system behind you. These people that we were talking about up here in the spiritual position, these people who are on the same kind of path that you are, they may be able to help you in some way to get to where you are fully independent, so that the fear of not having enough and the fear of not having a place to go will not be enough to keep you in this toxic situation. Let's see what advantages you guys are going to have this week. Advantages for Gemini this week, please. Okay, we have the Strength card. You guys are very strong, stronger than you even know. Strong enough to hold on to the situation, and even stronger because you can let go of it. And you can survive, you can make it on your own. You can create a good life for yourself. No matter what happens, no matter what darkness comes into your life to trip you up and try to push you down, you're stronger. You're stronger than this attachment, this devil energy. You're much stronger. And you've learned a lot, and you've been through a lot. And as long as you have the willpower and the intention to make your life better, and to find a better way of living, to find happiness and to find your connection to spirit, then you can achieve that because you're strong enough. So don't forget. And when you start to doubt yourself and you start to think that you can't do it, Spirit is telling you, remember, you are strong. You are strong. You are protected. You are capable. You are loved unconditionally. And you have support. Even when you feel that you don't have any support, even when you think that, you don't know anybody who could help you. Spirit, if you take that first step to help yourself and to move towards your divine purpose, I believe that the universe helps us, puts people in our path to help guide us and help us achieve and accomplish our goals. So do have faith in yourself as well as the universe that you're going to be okay. You can get on top of this. Okay? Let's see what other advantages we have for you guys this week. Advantages for Gemini, please. Okay, we have the Three of Wires. This is a breakthrough for you guys. Some kind of understanding, some kind of clarity that allows you to plan for the future, that allows you to see the situation for what it really is, and enables you to take that step forwards. You have a vision, you have a feeling, you have a desire, right, to achieve something, or to you see yourself or your life being a certain way. You see yourself doing great things. You can imagine it. You feel that divine spark of inspiration guiding you, and it's starting to take shape. And once you're able to let go of the attachments that are holding you back, then boom, breakthrough. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You can see the opportunities available to you. And you can see far enough, at least, down the path to take the next step forward, and then another step after that, and then another step after that. And the further you move along, the more it becomes illuminated. And the stronger you feel, the more confident you become. And that's where the growth occurs. That's the learning process. Yeah, I see a major breakthrough for you guys this week. Probably in a breakthrough in perspective. I have a feeling that once you get away from this attachment, this unhealthy, toxic situation, that you're going to become aware of things that you were blind to before, because that attachment blinded you to opportunities and also to just how unhealthy your situation was, or your mindset. You're going to come to a lot of realizations, and they're going to allow you to, figure out how to make a better future possible for yourself. So next card I'm going to pull out of the tarot is a card indicating what the lesson is for you guys this week. And we have the Agent of Arms. And in this deck, this is the Knight of Swords. And he's racing into battle. He's fighting for himself, fighting for his truth, his values. All right, the lesson here, Gemini, for you guys this week is to fight. Fight for something better. Fight for what you know is right. Fight for your happiness. Fight this devil energy, tooth and nail, with everything you've got. No longer allow it to overcome you and control you. No longer allow it to hold you back and keep you in darkness. Don't allow it to create fear inside of you. Fear keeps you in the darkness. Fear does not serve you. At least not anymore. Once you start to come into your own truth and you recognize your strength, you have that breakthrough and you're ready and you're willing to fight. You are a warrior, okay? Going back to the gem, you've been formed like a crystal deep in a mountain somewhere over a long period of time under heavy pressures and extreme circumstances. You've been forged, okay? Much like the sword. And you are more than capable of fighting for yourself. Perhaps this is what you've been trained for your whole life without even realizing it. That was the circumstances that you've endured, the pain that you've dealt with, the situations that you've had to live through. Painful as they were, these things occurred to make you stronger and to prepare you for the fight. The fight for, I feel like it's a fight for your soul, almost. That's what popped into my head. A fight for your truth. Fighting against dark forces in order to pursue your divine purpose, what you're really meant to do in this life. You guys are beasts. You're powerhouses. You're very talented. I definitely get that you're very talented. You're very strong, very smart. I think probably what you guys will be working on the most this week and probably this month is self-discipline mostly. Okay, as you come into your power, you have to learn how to control it and how to use it wisely. But again, you're very powerful. So stand strong in your power, stand strong in your truth. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put down the tarot cards, and I'm going to draw a couple of oracle cards for you guys to get a little more insight before we wrap this up. I'm going to move the camera back a little bit, maybe, just to give us a little more space. I don't know what I thought I would accomplish with that, but whatever. So the first card I'm going to pull is a card that is going to give us some insight into influences from the past that are affecting you now in your situation. These could be negative influences, but they could also be positive influences, motivations. Let's see. What past influences are affecting Gemini this week? Past influences for Gemini, please. Okay, we have the eternal servitor, the ancient wanderer, hope, incompleteness, and yearning. So when I look at past influences, these could be influences from your past in this lifetime, but I do believe in reincarnation in multiple lifetimes, and also my ear just started ringing, so this could also be an influence from a past life. Perhaps your purpose in this life is directly connected to your purpose in your previous life. Something that you were meant to do in your last life that you did not complete. You didn't achieve your purpose in your last life. Whether you were meant to or not, who knows? But perhaps you've come to Earth in this lifetime to achieve what you didn't before. To be successful this time. I feel like you have a very important purpose in this life. I see you really helping people. Potentially even saving lives for some of you directly. But again, that eternal servitor. Is it servitor? Servitor? I don't know. But this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Service to others. That is your purpose. You've been through so much hardship to prepare yourself for, doing this hard work of serving the community, serving the people around you, with compassion and understanding and unconditional love. There aren't very many people who can do that. There's not very many people who want to do that. And you're very special in that way. And that does bring a lot of responsibility eventually. But I think you'll feel that it's right. And that you love it. And that you wouldn't ever want anything less. And because this is potentially connected to things from your past life, you may be seeing a lot of signs around you. It could be synchronicities. You could be having a lot of dreams that seem to be of a past life, of places you don't recognize, people you don't recognize. You could also be experiencing a lot of deja vu, right? Having similar experiences, or having experiences that you feel have already happened, because you are walking the same path you did previously, or at least a similar path, in order to accomplish the same goal and the same purpose. So the next card I'm going to pull is going to be a card for your subconscious. What is going on in your subconscious that is influencing you or affecting you this week? This could be something that you have to let go. This could be something that your subconscious is trying to communicate to you that you're just not quite aware of yet. So we have alchemy, which to me is also transmutation. Transmuting energy, perhaps. This could also indicate a state of transformation for you, potentially even physically. I don't know, some of you may be familiar with theories regarding ascension and enlightenment, and that these processes can have physical side effects or consequences, right? When we evolve spiritually, we also tend to evolve in some ways physically as well. You may be having some physical, symptoms of ascension as you move through this process. And this could include headaches, ringing in your ears. I'm trying to think. I didn't look this up before I started reading. I know for me it's mostly headaches, and trouble sleeping, because a lot of information is coming into you right now, and your frequency, your vibration is changing. It's raising up to a higher frequency. And so on a very literal, on the atomic level, your atoms are moving faster, they're vibrating faster, and this is affecting you physically. This is affecting your body. It's affecting the processes of your body. You may even have anxiety or feel really high, strong, racing thoughts, heart palpitations, things of that nature. If you are experiencing these things, definitely do go see a doctor and make sure it's nothing serious. But if they don't find anything and you're going through this and they say, oh, it's just anxiety, or you're just stressed, well, it's possible. Again, not a doctor. I am not a doctor, and I cannot and will not give you medical advice. But you might explore the possibility that you are evolving spiritually, and that is the cause of things that you may be experiencing on the physical level, because you're changing from one type of being into another. I mean, you're still human, probably, most of you, some of you, but a lot of changes occurring that are going to affect you in every realm: the mental, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a card for what kinds of energies you are attracting to yourselves this week, Gemini. What kind of energy is Gemini attracting this week? And we have the Owl, caution and wisdom. So you're assimilating a lot of information right now. You've done a lot of learning up till this point. And now the information is starting to come together for you. Now you're starting to reach understandings. You're starting to figure out why you experienced what you experienced, and what it all means, and how you need to use that wisdom to achieve your purpose. If you are more on the psychic side, then you may be also receiving a lot of downloads at this time. Flashes of information that seem to come out of nowhere, thoughts that seem to come out of nowhere. Pay attention to those. Don't write them off. Insights may pop into your head. You may actually hear things that aren't there, or that are there but you can't see. I don't like to say hearing voices because I know that can freak people out. But I do from time to time. It kind of sounds like I'm accidentally eavesdropping on invisible people. I know one time I heard a man say, or I heard a woman say something. And then I heard a man's voice clearly say, I already told her that. And I'm like, told me what? Tell me again. I missed it. And of course they didn't. But that really was the beginning of my my ascension process, my spiritual evolution. So Spirit is definitely trying to communicate information to you right now that's going to be useful to you. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your brain and your heart open, and be willing and ready to receive those messages, because they will be very helpful to you in the future. Excuse me, I don't know what is going on with my throat. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a couple cards. Enchanted Blossoms Empowerment cards. They're all very positive, and these are just little cards of encouragement for you guys, depending on what your needs may be at this time. I also kind of see these as strengths that you have that will help you at this time. First, we have ambition. You're ready and you want this. You want this growth. You want to serve your purpose, to find the meaning in your life. And you're ready to move forward into that. This, to me, does relate back to that Knight of Arms here. Whew. Camera was not happy about that. See if we can't fix that here in just a second. One more real quick so we can... Prosperity. I think you'll find that once you start moving in the right direction, you will be very prosperous. You'll attract a lot of abundance to you as you get moving on the right path. And this is one of those ways that universe takes care of you when you're doing its work. I also get a sense that you're the type of person who's able to manifest abundance and prosperity whenever you need it. If you need something, you know how to get it, and if you don't know how to get it, you know how to figure out how to get it, and then you do it. And so you always survive, you always maintain, you always come out ahead. Or at the very least, you come out even. So now I'm going to pull a couple of cards of advice for you guys. Advice from Spirit as you go through your process this week. Get some advice from Spirit for Gemini this week, please. We have water, okay? Expression, emotional expression. Express your emotions. Tell somebody how you feel, or just say it out loud and give it to the universe if you don't want to tell anybody that you know. Or you can write it down on a piece of paper and then burn it, release it into the universe. But do express how you feel. Don't hold it inside. Let it out. You can also express your emotion through music or art. Paint a self-portrait maybe. But do express yourself freely, without any kind of shame, without having to feel like you have to repress your feelings or your ideas. This is part of release. Oops. Okay. We have life between lives. Okay, this really does indicate to me that I may have been on the right track when I was talking about, your past life being connected to this life and your purpose. Life between lives, I kind of take that very literally, indicating that a lot of what you're going through at this time you agreed to before you incarnated on Earth in this lifetime. If you've ever heard of like a soul contract, I do think that to a degree we all make a plan before we enter this life, and we decide what we want to experience, what lessons we want to learn in order to fulfill our purpose in this lifetime. And so everything that happens now and everything that's happened up until this point was something that you agreed to. before you were born. So always keep that in mind. When things get really difficult and you start to, feel bad for yourself, which nothing wrong with that. We all do from time to time. But just remember, you agreed to this because you have a greater purpose to help other people. Okay, to shine your light on the planet and the people on it, and to guide them towards light themselves. Never forget that you are strong and that you are here to serve others. You're very special and very powerful. And that you're going to do great things in this lifetime. So that's all I've got for you guys this week, Gemini. I want to thank you for joining me today and watching this reading. If it resonated with you and you enjoyed it, please feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you can get more or get notifications when I upload in the future. I upload every week, weekly readings, and then I am going to start doing pick-a cards and other things like that in between, so I really look forward to doing that as soon as my schedule allows for it. If you have any suggestions for types of readings that you would like to see me do on my channel, please feel free to leave it in a comment. I'm always open to ideas. And other than that, I will bid you a good day or a good week. And I'll see you guys next time.